Ways in which colors influence our lives. We are all influenced by colors, whether we realize these manipulation techniques or not. Studies have shown that the way we perceive a situation or thing is strongly influenced by colors. The human eye can distinguish about 10 million different colors. Our brain is designed to associate colors with certain feelings, and that is why we need to know how they can influence us. So here are some color manipulation techniques. Number 1. Blue calms and clarifies thoughts. Blue is the color of calm and concentration. Studies show that blue helps to lower blood pressure, which explains why we feel calmer in the presence of doctors and nurses wearing blue robes. Also, for this reason, many hospitals and clinics have blue walls. So here are the manipulation techniques that are sometimes used to protect us. This color relaxes our mind and calms us. This is probably why we feel so good after a sea vacation. Blue also increases the ability to concentrate and store, which is why it is a recommended color for workspaces. The fact that blue clears thoughts has been exploited very well by the Japanese. Blue lights were installed on the streets with high crime, but also in heavily circulated train stations in the hope of reducing crime and suicide rates. These manipulation techniques really seem to have worked. After the lights were installed in a Yokohama train station, the suicide rate dropped dramatically. Also, crime decreased by 9% on the streets of Nara Prefecture, illuminated with the same color. Number 2. Red has a great power of suggestion. Red symbolizes warmth, fire, passion, enthusiasm, and aggression. It can increase blood pressure and the rate of breathing. It has the effect of stimulating people to make decisions quickly and raise hopes. Red catches the attention. Words and objects that have this color are immediately noticed. They are often used in interior decoration. It is known that regarding the cars, there is a correlation between the red color and the rate of thefts. We associate red with danger or anger, but this is not the only way this color affects us. According to a study realized in 2012, red affects the way we spend our money. For example, according to this study, waitresses dressed in red receive tips 15 to 25% higher than those dressed in other colors. Interestingly, the larger tips came exclusively from men. This phenomenon can be explained by the fact that red increases the physical and sexual attractiveness of a woman. Therefore, restaurants that dress their employees in red probably use these manipulation techniques. Red also increases speed reaction and physical endurance. A study by the University of Rochester showed that when people see red, they show an improvement in speed reaction. However, red can also negatively affect us. The same study shows that red increases the level of anxiety, and athletes who compete against a person dressed in red tend to lose. Moreover, students exposed to the color red before exams take lower grades. On the other hand, if you want to sell something through online auction sites, you can use one of the simplest manipulation techniques. Place the product on a red background. Researchers at the University of Chicago have found that people become more aggressive when bidding online for a product if it has a red background. Thus, potential buyers will bid for larger amounts more easily. Number 3. Black, on the other hand, makes us more aggressive. Black is a controversial color. On the one hand, it is associated with demons, witches, and on the other hand, it is associated with sustainability and trust. On the one hand, it inspires authority and power. On the other hand, despair, sorrow. On the one hand, it symbolizes wickedness and criminal activity. On the other hand, it symbolizes constant, prudent, and wise. Black, the favorite color of many teenagers, affects our brain in unexpected ways. Although black clothes enhance the attractiveness and elegance of women, this color also has a really dark side. One of the most interesting effects of the color is that it makes us more aggressive. People tend to associate black with death and evil forces and become more aggressive when they see this color. Black also has an influence on consumer behavior. Customers are inclined to spend more money on products whose commercials contain a lot of black, such as a black and white advertising or billboards. Number 4. Green enhances creativity. Green has many meanings. It is most often used to symbolize nature. Through correlation, it also symbolizes life, youth, rebirth, hope, and vigor. Green is the color that the eye accepts most easily and can improve vision. It is a color that has a neutral effect on the human psyche. Greenery, the color of lush forests, stimulates creativity and innovation. Psychologists have found that there is a link between the green color and complex thinking and calm and rational behavior. Green makes us think about nature and growth, so it's not surprising that many companies choose to paint workspaces in this color. Moreover, a study realized by a team at Regent's University in London has proved that students show increased creativity when they were exposed to the color green. Number 5. Pink decreases the aggressiveness. Pink is the most romantic and effective color. This color calms you. Studies have shown that pink calms and enhances feelings. In the past, pink was a color reserved for babies and little girls. The effect of this color is, however, much more complex. Pink has direct and measurable effects on human behavior. These effects were discovered in 1979 following a study conducted on prisoners. Several convicted persons were locked in cells painted in pink, and the results were immediate. The prisoners became less aggressive. Also, the feeling of anxiety and frustration has diminished significantly. That is why now 20% of the prisons and police stations in Switzerland have at least one cell painted pink, intended for recalcitrant prisoners. Number 6. Yellow stimulates metabolism. The bright yellow is the most tiring color for the eyes. The reflected color stimulates the eye too much, creating retinal irritation. In a yellow room, small children cry incessantly and adults lose their temper. As positive effects can be mentioned increasing the power of concentration and stimulating brain activity. The yellow used in small quantities creates the sensation of warmth and brightness. He represents playfulness, light, creativity, warmth, and a light attitude towards life. Yellow is like the sun's rays. You need them to feel good, but you don't want to get in your eyes. Yellow can have many shades. The simple yellow is the color that brightens you the most. However, the paler it is, the more pleasant it is to look at. Dirty yellow is the symbol of prudence, decay, disease, jealousy, and duplicity. Choosing the shade is essential when you want to use yellow. Light yellow is the color that most attracts your attention. In many religions, this is the symbol of the supernatural. Everything around us has a color, a fragrance, or a sound. We were often tempted to ask ourselves what color would suit us, and we didn't always find the answer, or if we found it, we were not always pleased with it. It is known that each person is only suited to certain colors, and this is because each color enhances a personality type.